হ্যালো এভরিওয়ান, ওয়েলকাম ব্যাক টু দ্য স্ট্রিম। কি অবস্থা সবার, কেমন আছেন সবাই? মাইট ভাই, হ্যালো ব্রাদার, কি অবস্থা? শাইন ভাই, না টুর্নামেন্ট হবে সোমবার বৃহস্পতিবার, অনলি ডিভিশন ম্যাচ। ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচ সোমবার বৃহস্পতিবার। আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো আছি শাইন ভাই, আপনি কেমন আছেন? আই এম গুড, রিয়েলি গুড। ইটস শোয়িং ডাটা প্রবলেম। ওকে, আলহামদুলিল্লাহ। কানেক্টেড, কানেক্টেড, কানেক্টেড। লাইভে নোটিফিকেশন আজকে, লাইভে নোটিফিকেশন লেট। আজকে কি পারবেন ভাই? না ভাই, আমার দেরি আছে ভাই। কারেন্ট নাই মামা, কি একটা অবস্থা। লাইভে বসলাম আর কারেন্টটা চলে গেল। আমাদের পুরা কারেন্টের এখন টিডিং পং অবস্থা। কি আর করার, আমাদের এই টিডিং পং নিয়েই খেলতে হবে। তো আজকে আমাদের মিশন হচ্ছে 1700 রিচ করা, 1700 থেকে ডিভিশন 1। দেখা যাক আমরা কতদূর যাইতে পারি আজকের মিশনে। সো আজকে কি আমরা আমাদের টার্গেট ডান করতে পারবো? যারা স্ট্রিমটা দেখছেন প্লিজ স্ট্রিমটা লাইক করে দেন, চ্যানেলে নতুন দেখলে সাবস্ক্রাইব করার রিকোয়েস্ট থাকলো। সিয়াম ভাই, কি অবস্থা ভাই? ওয়েলকাম ব্যাক টু দ্য স্ট্রিম ম্যান। তানিম ভাই, শিওর না ভাই কবে ডলার লোড করব? ডলার লোড করলে অবশ্যই জানাবো আপনাকে। হিস্টোরি, এই হলো হিস্টোরি। না, সুয়ারেজ নিব না, সুয়ারেজ গিভওয়ে করব। উন্নয়ন, উন্নয়নের চূড়ায় পৌঁছে গেছি আমরা। হাউ ব্রো? দেখা যাক এই সিজনে আমরা কত দূর যাইতে পারি। ভাই গেম টাচ এন্ড ফ্লিক আস্তে আস্তে অ্যাডজাস্ট হইতেছে না। টাচ এন্ড ফ্লিক অ্যাডজাস্ট হয়ে গেলে প্যারা নেই। চলেন আমরা ফার্স্ট ম্যাচ স্টার্ট করি। ভালো লাগলো, আমারও ভাই ভালো লাগছে। টাচ এন্ড ফ্লিক অ্যাডজাস্ট হয়ে গেলে প্যারা নেই, চিল। সেম সেম বাট ডিফারেন্ট। লেটস গো। মারুন ব্রাদার, ওয়েলকাম টু দ্য স্ট্রিম। ইয়াহু। ওকে লেটস গো। তোমাদের ফার্স্ট ম্যাচ, দেখা যাক কি হয়। আজকে আমাদের টার্গেট 1700, দেখি কত দূর রিচ করতে পারি। ইয়েস, ডিভিশন ম্যাচ। এখন শুধু ডিভিশন ম্যাচ চলবে। সোমবার কালকে মেবি ফ্রেন্ডলি। সোমবার কালকে না, কালকে ফ্রেন্ডলি, বৃহস্পতিবার ফ্রেন্ডলি উইথ টুর্নামেন্ট ম্যাচ। লেটস গো। সজীব ভাই আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো আছি, আপনি কেমন আছেন? নেট বিডির বাচ্চা কামটা করলো ভাই। মাহিত ভাই আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো আছি, আপনি কেমন আছেন? আলহামদুলিল্লাহ। যারা যারা স্ট্রিম দেখছেন সবাই স্ট্রিমটাতে লাইক করে দেন। চ্যানেলে নতুন হয়ে থাকলে সাবস্ক্রাইব করার রিকোয়েস্ট থাকলো। যারা যারা অলরেডি লাইক সাবস্ক্রাইব করছেন, থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। ই রে, আরে যাই পাস দেয় সব ইন্টারসেপশন, হাউ? সাদনান ভাই ওয়েলকাম টু দ্য স্ট্রিম ম্যান। এগুলা কি? আমারই বলে আউট? ঠিক হয়ে যাবে, ঠিক হয়ে যাবে, প্যারা নাই। ওরে সেভ। নেট প্রবলেম ভাই আমরাও ফেস করতেছি, যার কারণে এই ম্যাচ হারি সমানে। ইউটিউব বাফারিং করতেছে, নেট সমস্যা, যার কারণে গেম প্লেও ডাউন। বুঝি নাকি সেট দিতেছে রে ভাই। ভাই একটা ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচ হবে নাকি? ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচ সোমবার বৃহস্পতিবার ভাই। শুধু ডিভিশন ম্যাচ আজকে ব্রাদার। আজকে ডিভিশন খেলছি, এক ম্যাচ উইন হইছি, দেখে আমার পরপর 3 ম্যাচ হারাইছে। কিছুই করার নাই, কোনামি থিংস। আমি কেমনে কেমনে 2টা গোল খাইয়ে গেলাম। কি গ্লিচটা দেয় বাবুরে। খেলার অবস্থা। গ্লিচ মারতেছে আমার গেম। কিছুই করার নাই। বল নিয়ে আমি যাই দিই করতেছি না। পুরা মাঠ রায় কাট খেলাই গেছে। মোবাইলটা আরেকটু চার্জে দেওয়া লাগবে। চার্জ নিতেছে পাশাপাশি গেম খেলতেছে, গ্লিচ মারতেছে। একলাই যদি কাজ করছ তাহলে আমার দরকার কি? আন্দাজি তোর বাচ্চা। এই জায়গা থেকে এই জায়গায় আমি বল দিতে পারতাছি না। প্লেয়ার ভারী না খালি। 2টা মিনিট মোবাইলটা একটু চার্জ হোক। বিশটা লস, 10টা ড্র, 11 উইন। প্যারা নাই, প্র্যাকটিস করতে থাকেন, হয়ে যাবে। হুম, 5 মিনিট চার্জ হলেই হয়ে যাবে। চার্জ নিতেছে পাশাপাশি গেম খেলতেছি, যার কারণে গ্লিচ মারতেছে। প্রথম ম্যাচই হাইরা গেলাম আমরা, যেটা বরাবরই হয়। ডিফেন্স ফরমেশন, হারাম বল খেলেন। 5-2-1-2 খেলেন। কয়টা পর্যন্ত থাকবেন? এখন বাজে 1টা 4। আসি আড়াইটা পর্যন্ত, আড়াইটা থেকে 3টা। 5-2-1-2 বলেন। 10-15 দিন পরে গেম ঠিক হয়ে যাবে, আশা করা যায়। বেসিক্যালি আমাদের, মনে করেন যে আমরা বাংলাদেশ থেকে খেলি, আমাদের এমনিতে সার্ভার নেই, তার মধ্যে নেট প্রপারলি পায় না। মনে করেন যে হাতে গোনা যারা দেখবেন যে, যারা, হ্যাঁ, যারা দেখবেন যে মনে করেন যে ডিভিশন 1-এ স্মুথলি যায়, তাদের নেটের কথা জিজ্ঞেস করেন। মনে করেন যে তারা 3-4 দিকে হলেও, মানে 3-4 দাগ নেট হলেও তাদের পিং ভালো অথবা নেটের স্পিড বেশি। সজীব কিং, কি রাজি আছি ভাই। ভাই নিউ সুয়ারেজ কেমন? নিউ সুয়ারেজটা ভালোই ভাই। আমাদের ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচ হবে কালকে, সাথে টুর্নামেন্ট। যেহেতু আমাদের সোমবার আর বৃহস্পতিবার ফ্রেন্ডলি আর টুর্নামেন্ট ম্যাচ হয়। দাড়ি চুল সাইজ করে আসছেন, জি ভাই। সুয়ারেজের পারফরমেন্স ভালো। জি ভাই, আমি তো রাত জাগি। ইলেকট্রিসিটির কারণে আরো বেশি নেট প্রবলেম দিতেছে। ও ভাই। আমার রাত জাগা অভ্যাস ভাই। আমি তো আসি ভাই, মনে করেন যে 12টার পরে। কারণ আমার নেট ইস্যু, যার কারণে 12টার পরে আসলে তাও একটু স্ট্রিম করা যায়। অন্যান্য সময় আসলে স্ট্রিম করা যায় না। লাস্ট 11-12 বছর থেকে আপনি চলতেছে ভাই। জি ভাই, আমি রাত জাগার পাখি। আর 5টা মিনিট আমরা গল্প করি, তারপরে আশা করি চার্জ হয়ে যাবে। ও মা, আমার দেখে 2জন আনসাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিছে, ফ্রেন্ডলি খেলে নেই মনে হয় এই জন্য। প্যারা নাই, চিল। সাদমান ভাই, আপনার কি অবস্থা গেমের? ডিভিশন 1 ডান করেন নাই? হ্যাঁ ভাই, কেবল দুপুর। ভাই আমি রাত জাগলেও আমার টাইম টু টাইম ঘুমাই। না ভাই, আমি কোনো ক্রিম ট্রিম ফেস ওয়াশ মেশ এগুলো ইউজ করি না। আমারে যেটা দেখতেছেন পুরো ন্যাচারাল আমি। ইতরও ক্যান ফ্রিতে দিল? ইতরে ফ্রিতে দিছে ভাই, কোন আমি বিজনেস করবে সামনে, ইতর ডাবল প্লে স্টাইল কাটাবে না। আপনারও কি সেম প্লে হইতেছে সাদমান ভাই আমার মতো? ইতর হচ্ছে 2টা প্লে স্টাইলের কার্ড আনবে, এই জন্য ফ্রিতে আগের গুলা দিয়ে দিতেছে, বুঝছেন? রুমেরও দিয়ে দেবে, প্যারা নাই। দেখবেন যে হুট করে কোনো আমি কোন সময় কি করবে, হয়তো বা 27-এর চমক হইতে পারে, রুমের কার্ড ফ্রিতে দিবে। ভাই ডিভিশন 4 পইরা মানে? গেম দুনিয়ার ভারী মানে? গেম মনে হয় আদমনি বস্তা। ডিভিশন, কালকে আমার ডিভিশন 2 উঠতেই তো ঘাম ছুটে গেছিল। আগে নর্মালি কয়েকটা ম্যাচ খেলে ডিভিশন 2 উঠা যেত, এখন খুব প্যারা লাগে। ভাই 20 এমবিপিএস দিয়ে কোনো যায় আসে না। আপনার 5 এমবিপিএস হইলেও যদি পিং ঠিক থাকে তাহলে আপনি ওই 5 এমবিপিএস দিয়ে ভালো খেলতে পারবেন। ইতুরে ফ্রিতে দিছে, কেউ কি কখনো ভাবছিল? না না, ইতুরে ফ্রিতে দিবে এটা আসলে অভাবনীয় বিষয় একটা। অ্যাটাক 4-2, ডিফেন্স 5-1-2-1, কি হবে? চলবে, ম্যাচ করে দেখেন। আপনাকে মাথায় রাখতে হবে আপনার অ্যাটাকে কোন প্লেয়ার যাবে, ডিফেন্সে কোন প্লেয়ার যাবে। উল্টা পাল্টা পাস খেলে কিন্তু মারা খাবেন। চার্জ মনে হয় হয়ে যাওয়ার কথা। দেখছি। কি একটা সমস্যা বলেন, মোবাইল চার্জ মানে কেবল লাগে, গেম খেললে অটোমেটিকলি চার্জ নেই, যেটা আরো বিরক্তিকর। এই তো বেশি নাকি বার্সা, বেস্ট কোনটা? আমি তোর এখনো চেকই দিইনি। আইতাছে রুমি 109 এর বিজনেস করবো ঘুমাইয়া। হ্যাঁ, আবু আমানটা ভালো কাটাবে। কই ফ্রি তো আর কই পেডই তো, রাত দিন তফাৎ। আমি তো জাস্ট মনে করেন যে দিছে হচ্ছে পাবলিক রে খুশি করানোর জন্য, বুঝলেন? তবে বাতুস্তুতার মতো যদি হয় তাইলে খাইয়ে দেবো পুরো। ফ্রিতে বাতুস্তুতার যে কার্ডটা দিয়েছে মাথা নষ্ট। স্টিল নাও ওই প্লেয়ার দিয়ে মানুষ ভালো খেলে। বিগ টাইমে পারফরমেন্স কখনো লুজ হয় না। ভাই পেড আর ফ্রি রাত দিন তো তফাৎ, বললাম তো। দেখবেন যে স্ট্যাটস কম দিছে। চলেন আমরা আবার ম্যাচ স্টার্ট করি, দেখা যাক। আমাদের তো ম্যাচ একটা হারাই দিল। আমার কাছে যেই তো আছে ওইটা 107। ও, আমার কাছে যেই তো আছে ওইটা 107-এর। থেকেও অনেক আগুন 105-এরটা। আর ইন্টার মিলানে। আচ্ছা। ওই তো আর কি, ইপিক কার্ডও মাঝে মাঝে একটু আপ ডাউন করে, কিন্তু বিগ টাইমের কার্ড কখনো আপ ডাউন করে না। 3100 গেম প্লে ডান ইতো দিয়ে সেরা। চলেন আমরা ম্যাচে ফোকাস করি এখন। দেখা যাক কোন আমি আমাদেরকে কি কি নতুন জিনিস দেখায় গেমের মধ্যে। আমরা তো বরাবরই চমলক্ষ ভাবে বাস খাই। হুম। আমার যতটুক ধারণা এপিক কার্ডেরও আপ ডাউন করে পারফরমেন্স, কিন্তু বিগ টাইম এপিক যেটা ওটার পারফরমেন্স আপ ডাউন করে না। আগের ম্যাচে তো 3টা খাওয়াইছে, দেখা যাক এই ম্যাচে কি করে। ও ভাই, নাহলে ইপিক কার্ড দেখবেন যে মাঝে মাঝে অনেক ভালো খেলে, আবার মাঝে মাঝে ডাউন হয়ে যায়। কামটা করছে কি আমার প্লেয়ার? গেমটা যে ভারী। ওই পাস দিল না। কি যে খেলতেছে আল্লাহ মাহফুজ জানে। প্রচুর ল্যাগ গেমের মধ্যে, প্রচুর ল্যাগ। মানে বল পাইলে মনে হয় যে প্লেয়ার আরো বেশি ভারী হয়ে যায়। ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচে কিন্তু অনেক ফ্রিলি খেলা যায়। ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচ যদি আমরা মনে করেন যে একজন আরেকজনের সাথে খেলি না, তখন মানে অনেক ফ্রি হয়। কিন্তু ডিভিশন ম্যাচ প্রচুর ভারী। ওকে, কমেন্ট্রি বন্ধ করা, কমেন্ট্রি ডাউন করি। ওভারলোড ম্যানেজার ট্রাই করেন, ওভারলোড ম্যানেজার দিয়ে ভাই পোষাবে না আমার। পেইড ম্যানেজার আসুক ওভারলোডের, তারপর ওগুলা দিয়ে নিয়ে খেলা হবে।
And it's Messi. That's a little off target. Law. And he's forced to go back. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Hazard running with intent. Chance, surely! That's another chance! Well taken goal. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
এত ভারী হলে গেম খেলা যায়?
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front. And a chance! Xavi. And that's very disappointing.
বল যায়, ধরে কি ধরে না।
Chouameni. Law. And it's Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pele. Bergomi. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And that is well cleared. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Azar. Azar! Oh, glorious! That is
জিনিয়াস ব্রাদার, এই তো এতদিন ব্রো, এতদিন পর আপনি আসলেন, খেলার বারোটা বেজে গেছে।
It was coming. They have their reward. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
ফালতু মার্কার নেট গ্লিচ দিতে দিতে
So changes afoot here.
শান্তি তো
and from
লাগবেই
both
ভাই।
sides. Barcelona with the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness, and composure. I think most teams would have.
পিলার আর ন্যূনতম কাজ করতেছে না।
To give up is brilliant.
Now it's Forlan.
কেমন গিলিজ মারে, আরে খালি বল আমার গোলের দিকে দৌড়াইতে থাকে।
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offense is the best form of defense.
Milan could be just about done here.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Good read, needed to be. He's had a hit. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
মেজাজটা এখন গরম লাগতেছে
Needed to
আমার।
be more decisive in the end.
Look, if they're going to counter,
কি সুন্দর
it has to
খেলা
be
শুরু করলাম,
pacier and much more decisive.
গোল দেওয়ার পর শুরু হয়ে গেল কাহিনী।
And it's Neymar. Vieira.
মানে আরে ভাই
Oh, it's Van Basten.
কেমনটা লাগে।
Oh, a delicate chip through. Nesta cuts out the pass. Dembele.
ঘোড়ার মাথা সুইচ দিয়ে থাকে।
Extra minutes. And it's Dembele.
খেলতে পারলাম। কাল তোমার বলে নেট বলে এটা। দুটা ম্যাচ খেললাম, দুটাই হারলাম। সেম ইস্যু। দেখি কতক্ষণ নেটে প্রবলেম দেয়। ভালো তো হবে, এক সময় না তো এক সময় তো ভালো হবে।
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished
Okay.
up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
I think Mikel Merino is going to have a busy game in the middle of the park, Peter. He's a real footballer and not necessarily a midfield minder, but he can go...
It's Aguero! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Nedved. Merino. Rijkaard. And it's Merino. Oh, that's a fine interception. Merino. Messi's having a shot! Goal! Barcelona! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Yaya Toure gets a good foot in there.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Tries to pass it through.
আন্দাজি অ্যাক্সেলেশন মারে, মেজাজটা খারাপ হচ্ছে না।
Slightly Matches Cunha! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mateus Cunha clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And it's Otto. Goes for the shot! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Well, they've got it again. Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Now it's Messi. He's got away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. Aguero. Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Thuram. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Merino. Here's Matheus Cunha. And it's Aguero. Now that looks a decent ball.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Merino. Matheus Cunha. It's run loose here. And here's Merino.
Marino really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Shoots! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
And they're back on the ball again. Matheus Cunha. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Milan come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So the action resumes.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Merino. Can he get it through? There's the shot! Corner number 2 then. He's found great chance! And there's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Now this could be a chance. Good chance here! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Kimmich. And it's Otto. Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. And Messi! And again, he is at his elastic best.
কিছু হয় নাই, এভরিথিং ইজ ফাইন, এভরিথিং ইজ ফাইন, এভরিথিং ইজ ফাইন। ওকে, লেটস গো। Okay. স্পোর্টস বয়, ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচ সোমবার বৃহস্পতিবার। দাদা ফুল ফরমেশন ডিফেন্স এত ফাম্বেল করছে কেন? ঠিক আছে ভাই, আস্তে আস্তে দাদা, মাত্র তো আপডেট আসছে না, সময় দেন একটু, গেমটা একটু ঠিক হোক, অপটিমাইজ হোক। ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচ সোমবার বৃহস্পতিবার ভাই, এটা তো আপনি জানেনই স্পোর্টস ভাই।
Noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
অপোনেন্ট কি স্মুথলি
Yeah,
পাস দিতেছে।
Joshua Kimmich. In many ways,
চার
the
পাঁচটা গোল
ultimate
খাবে
modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Pele, and he's been shifted off it. And here's Mbappe.
আরে নেট রে সব মাথার উপর দিয়ে যাইতেছে
And Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very
সোমবার
well played.
বৃহস্পতিবার দাদা
Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Nedved. Can he get on the end of this? Maldini makes the interception. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Guti is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Nedved. Now it's Messi. That's Thuram. Threads one in. Messi wants to run onto this.
লাইভে এসে মনে হয় আজকে পাপ করছি
And here's Messi. Messi! It's in! Bolton have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again. Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Now it's Pele. Looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Pele!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now it's Mbappe. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. We are into overtime. Goes looking wide. Pele. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to
Samsung S24 Ultra
come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. We're on the move again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well seen.
জমিদারের বাচ্চাগুলা বল পাস দিলে নড়ে না
Yaya Toure. Nedved. Now it's Dembele. Now has he got the beating of his marker here?
শালা দিল কই
Bolton appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's
Oh, he's been caught napping. Nedved crosses.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Pele plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And this is Nedved. Pings in across. Keeper has taken decisive action. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. Okay, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And Messi!
কি
And
বললা?
it's in! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's Guti. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Kimmich.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Guti. Xavi. And this is Dembele. And no, he's seen through all of that. So that's
আরমান
it.
ভাই, এই
It's
তো ভাই
over.
আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, আপনি কেমন আছেন?
So it is
Need
something for
some
both, but
support,
ideal
ill
for
games.
neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get. And
আমার
hopefully for better
জীবনের
in
প্রথম
the
ভলি
next.
ফুটবল ডাউনলোড করা, সেম ব্রাদার।
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Milan can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচ সোমবার, বৃহস্পতিবার। আমি নিয়েছিলাম 1,10,000 দিয়ে। ডিফেন্স 4-4-2 কি ভালো?
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the...
It's Van Basten! Oh, cracking effort.
Van Basten certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Van Basten.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Scholes. It's a good surge. He's making up the left-hand side. Hoisted in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
আমি স্পিকার ক্যামেরা অফ করে রাখছি ভাই, ছেলে উঠে গেছে তো যার কারণে।
Great vision. That's a pretty loose pass.
একটু পরেই দেখা যাবে, আপনারা গেম প্লে এনজয় করেন।
Van Basten. Can he get on the end of this? Maldini spots it and intercepts. Out towards the flank. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Barcola. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Nedved, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That's an imaginative pass. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Deftly away. Well, they've got it again. Yaya Toure has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Plays the return pass. Maldini. To Bergamy. And it's Nedved. Xavi Alonso. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Dembele. Now it's Pele. Tries to play it through. And he's cut it out. Decent chance! What a wonderful goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindset.
And that is all they have time for. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave. See all that.
না ভাই
courage.
এখানে
They
বৃষ্টি
need to
নাই
have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk averse.
Milan looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. We're on the move again.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Bergomi. Yaya Toure. Nedved. Not the most accurate pass. Scholes, never out of the action for very long. He's found a way past. Scholes! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance.
ইন্ডিয়াতে
They
বৃষ্টি
seem to have
হচ্ছে
reached the
আচ্ছা
finish.
আমাদের এখানে বৃষ্টি নেই ভাই
Couldn't squeeze it through. Milan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. He has found the way through. Can he finish? Off the post. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Thuram, the man synonymous with solidity. Passing nice and neat. And it's made its way to him. He's having a shot! And that's what
স্ক্যাম
you call
বন্ধ করে দিছি
inspired goalkeeping.
একটু পরে
I
চালু
think
করব
he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Aguero. Barcola threads one in.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of
আরে
sustaining
পাস
the
দেয়
effort.
মেজাজটা
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to
খেলা
sort
নেট
out
না
their
ভালো হইলে এই গেম খেলে
quickly.
মজা লাগে
And that is a little undercooked. Barcola. 75 minutes played. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And it's Guti. Guti going face-to-face with his great rival. It's Gerrard! And that could have brought them level.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Taken back almost at once. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Thuram. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a great ball crossfield.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Flings in across.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Dembele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Of course.
There's the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
And he's had it nicked away. Tries to pass it through. Dembele. He'll try from distance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Dembele. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Milan are looking to go forward now. And this is Dembele. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. They get a throw in. that has been cut short. Aguero, Dembele, spread out to the left. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward, looking for options for movement. And this is Aguero. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's Dembele! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Thuram. Bergomi. Pele. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here?
Barcelona really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pele. Mohamed Salah was in no mood for any of that. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mohamed Salah. Dembele. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Xavi. And here's Nedved. He's having a pop!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Dembele. This is a promising build-up. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. We're on the move again. So neither side has yet broken through. Mohamed Salah is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Gerrard. Mohamed Salah. And it's Salah. Now it's Bale. He's dealt with that really well. Xavi. Messi. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Mohamed Salah! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Mohamed Salah clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona have their second corner now. A header! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's going for goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Dembele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's Bergomi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, super ball! No foul, says the referee. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Maicon. Here's Cannavaro. Ah, he's given it away! And he is dashing away.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Xavi has been caught there. It's a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So that's it. It is all over. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action.
Steven Gerrard is capable of taking a game by the scruff of the neck and anywhere he wants after that.
Yeah, one way or another, he'll contribute to the scoring of a goal.
Yeah, and when the going gets tough, tough seems to come easy for him.
And here's Suarez. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Luis Suarez. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position. Luis Suarez! On the... and again! And it's been hooked away.
Bangladesh definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Pele. And that has been cut short. Rijkaard. Gnabry. Spread to the right. Can he finish? He's delivered all right! The first significant strike. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Nedved did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Gerrard. And that's gone loose. Gnabry. Stood up well to him there. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Dembele. He is through here. Dembele! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. That's really well cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Batistuta. Messi does really well to win the ball there. Barcola is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Dembele. Big chance! And he hits the net! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Milan are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Back on the way then. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And the shot's on here. That's a decent clearance. And it's Gnabry. Knocks it out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Gnabry with the delivery. Nesta getting this one clear. Oh, he's been caught napping. Belletti. Here comes the cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Luis Suarez. That's a little off target. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Applies the finish! Bangladesh are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Messi. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Gnabry. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. So we have movement on both benches. Ferdinand. And Baina. Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chips it through. Great chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Vieira has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! Milan! And the comeback is complete. And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Strong running down that left flank.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And it's Vieira. We are into overtime. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Very nicely done. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that will be the final act. Milan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Rummenigge claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of...
Chance! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He's had a shot!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
And that has been cut short. Now he's got space here, and he plays one through. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And it's Neymar. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. It's a good spell of possession, this. Goes looking wide. It's Fulham! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Argentina are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
Bergomi.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Rijkaard. Argentina are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers. Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale! He's got himself an absolute peach. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that's it. My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway.
I think in Puskas, we have someone who you can call the world's first international sports star. He was a man so prolific that he almost scored for fun. He even has an award named after him for the outstanding goal of that year, scored across world football.
Eto! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Looking for the run, and this is Azar. He's got away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Pele. Xabi Alonso wins the duel this time. Azar. Now it's Puskas. Marcelo just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's Eto. And this is Eto. Borussia Dortmund so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Oh, good-looking ball. Bellingham. Hazard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Chooses to go cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
And it's Bellingham. And here's Eto. And this is Puskas. He's had a shot! Pele. Xavi, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. Now it's Messi. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. It's Nedved! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Nedved actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Costa Curta clears it away. No outsmarting him this time. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Azar. And that has been cut short. Now it's Puskas. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And it's Marcelo. Tries to play it through. And a shot! Goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
That is so good, such sharp skills. And good chance here! Nedved. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Borussia Dortmund finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So, into the second half.
Borussia Dortmund really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And it's hoisted clear. Eto'o, never out of the action for very long. Done delicately. Maldini gets across to intercept that. Borussia Dortmund come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And here's Azar. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Looking for a runner. Oh, played through for the wide man. Bellingham can get it clear. And it's Nedved. Now it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Pass is just off target. Bergomi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And they're back on the ball again. Your impression so far, Jim?
Borussia Dortmund are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Marcelo. Nesta. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Borussia Dortmund really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know,
Oh, shooting chance! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Hazard has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces. Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Rummenigge. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Into the last 5 minutes. Bullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. And that's gone loose. And it's Vieira. And here's Hullet.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Not the most accurate pass. Thuram. And that is it. The
Fucking
referee
net,
has seen
fucking
enough.
game. Everything is
Quite a
fucking.
game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
What a frustration, Peter. Even after the goal, no real change in approach. That's about as inept as they come, and it's no surprise there are many in the stands that are making their feelings.
এমন ফালতু মার্কা নেট, এই নেটে খেলা যায়? টোটালি শিট.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Great vision. Now it's Mbappe. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into...
And Batistuta! Oh, glorious Batty goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So, a breakthrough already. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup, and that's gone loose. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he was quick to react. Mbappe! Now it's Mbappe. Now can he find a finish? Mbappe! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Cruyff quietly revving up. Mbappe. Nedved. And here's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nesta. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Kaka. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, delightful ball. And a chance! Nedved. To Bergamy. Vieira. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Borussia Dortmund unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.